Previously on Keep Smiling Adventures, we cycled our way through the 369 miles to reach the highest pub in Britain, the Tan Hill Inn in the Yorkshire Dales, followed by a further 220 miles to reach the lowest pub in Britain, the Admiral Wells in Cambridgeshire. So, where to next? Well, of course, it's going to be Britain's smallest pub, the Nutshell in Bury St Edmunds. With a bar that measures just 15 foot by 7 foot, is claimed to be the smallest pub in Britain. So today we set out on a bikepacking mission from Bournemouth on the south coast of England, and we'll make our way through the 260 miles to reach Britain's smallest pub. We've been to the highest pub in Britain, we've been to the lowest pub in Britain, so now it's of course time to go to the smallest pub in Britain. 250 miles of off-road adventure with wild camping on the bomb track. Let's do it. The massive puddle that is always here 100% of the time, but last night it did rain quite a bit, so it's even bigger today, it feels. I'm not going to ride for it because I'm not actually entirely sure how deep it is, so we've got to try and scramble around the side here, and it's a little bit muddy, a little bit slippery. Let's see if we can do it without falling in there. Oh, nice. Ooh. Okay, that wasn't too bad. This is the awkward bit. It's that time of the year where the trails start to dry out, but then you get like a night of rain and it just sits on the surface, so hopefully the trails won't be too bad over this trip, but I expect them to be a little bit wet and a little bit slidey in places, and another big puddle. But it is that beautiful time of the year when the fields are all yellow with all the rapeseed. Nice. Well, just going through Downton, Done about 30 miles, and another fun thing about this time of the year is the stinger nettles are out. Oh, I was hoping to be able to keep the legs out, get a bit of a cyclist tan going on early this year, but looks like we're gonna have to hide the legs away for a bit. Stingy, super itchy stinger nettles. Definitely the least fun thing about this time of the year is all the trails become very overgrown and lots of stinger nettles. Ow. But 30 miles done so far today, so doing nice. Gonna try and do around 50 and find somewhere to camp. It's quite windy today, so hopefully I can find somewhere nice and wooded, but it's just cloudy and sunny, so it's not cold. It's actually getting to that point of the year where most Brits will start complaining that it's a bit too hot, and I might do that on this trip. Right, 30 miles done. Let's go explore some more trails and hopefully don't get too stung. Well, king of my little castle. Found one of these, what are they called, like deer watch towers or something. It's a little bit on the wobbly side, but reveals quite a nice view. Today I am doing well because I've done about 40 miles. I want to do around 50 as today is like a little half day. I want to try and get past a little bit past Andover and find somewhere to camp there. Tonight, for the next few days, it's looking like it's going to be like it is right now, a bit cloudy, but generally quite nice. There's a few rain clouds up there, but they haven't unleashed on me yet, which is good. I'm really surprised actually today because last night it literally hammered it down with rain. It woke me up, so I was expecting the trails to be really quite hard to ride and boggy, slidey, but surprisingly they're pretty nice and all rideable pretty much. A few little soggy puddles, but that's about it. Oh, but 40 miles done and I'm feeling good. But it is a bit windy and it is sort of in my face at times, and if it continues being windy tonight, then I'm going to try my best to try and find like a nice wooded area. To be honest, where I am right now, which I think the woods is called something like Bentley Woods or something, I'll try and put it on screen if I can remember where it is. I could probably camp here, it could be quite nice, but it's quite early, it's only 4:30. Sunset I think is around 7:30, 7:45, that sort of time, so still got a few hours of daylight left, so I think I'm going to keep cracking on, get past Andover. There's woods some wooded areas around there. So that's the plan, hopefully find a nice little camp spot there. But awesome view, awesome weather, fun trails. About 209 miles until we get to Britain's smallest pub. Let's go. I've done about 60 miles. I'm currently just north of a place called Ludgershall. I have no idea how you pronounce it. I found a nice little wooded area, and I'm gonna set up the tent around here somewhere. And this is my view for tonight. Absolutely stunning woods, and the sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky at the moment, so if there's no moon, we might get a really nice starry night, which would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, really nice day. I forgot how much I enjoy riding the bottom track. I mean, I love the Sonder and everything, but every now and again, coming out on the bottom track just puts a smile on your face. It just pedals through everything, and it's just comfortable, and it's just fun. It puts that smile and that fun back in cycling. Now, I've got some reduced angel cake and some of these curried lamb Jamaican pate. But I was wrong on one thing. It doesn't actually get dark till about 9 o'clock, which is really nice, but does mean I'm just gonna chill here for a bit and make sure nobody's gonna walk past or see me or whatever. Should be fine. I did see a few people wandering around taking photos and stuff because it is really nice here. But yeah, should be a really nice peaceful night. Right, I'm gonna have some food, chill out for a bit, and then wait till that sun sets a little bit and set up the tent. Well, that is camp set up. It's such a nice night. The wind's really died down. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's going to be like a very little bit of moon, so I'm hoping we'll get a nice starry night through the tree cover. Should be really nice. It's not cold at all. It's like 15 degrees. Probably going to get down to like maybe 10 at night, so it's not going to be cold at all. It's just going to be very cozy, very nice. I just love sleeping in the woods, listening to the birds. That's it. That's all you can hear, birds. It's just so nice. Really early start in the morning, because I think sunrise is at like probably about 4:45, maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. So it's a pretty early start, which is nice, because I was getting tired of sleeping for about 15 hours in a tent, but now the summer is among us, nearly. Right, as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning, bright and very early in the morning, And I've got my fingers crossed for a nice starry night. That's what I'm hoping for. Should be a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Nice. Well, good morning everybody. Wow, such a nice night last night. It was so quiet, so peaceful, and I just slept really good. So good that I actually overslept a bit. It's currently 6 AM. It looks so nice out here today. It's like not a cloud in the sky, even though it is meant to be really cloudy today, but the sun is shining and it's looking like it's going to be a good day. Oh, I could just sleep here all day, but we got to hit some trails. We got about 190 or so miles in total to go, so probably still a couple days or 3 days or so to go. Right, let's go and see what the trails have in store for us today. It is looking glorious out there. Just coming around Marlborough right now. Done like 12 miles this morning. It is just so glorious out here today. It's just not a cloud in the sky. Sun is shining. It's nice and warm. The trails have just been generally really nice to ride. They're all pretty dry, a little bit overgrown in places, but it's just such a beautiful day. I'm gonna do another 10 or 15 miles, get up onto the Ridgeway, and then stop for something to eat and hopefully find a nice view for a little early morning snack before heading along into Goring, and that'll be our lunch stop for the day. Oh, duck. Oh, but yeah, such an absolutely beautiful day. I couldn't ask for a better day. There's no wind, there's no struggle, it's plain sailing. All rather easy, really. You could say it's just like riding a bike. Let's go. Right, done 23 miles, so it's obviously that time for some breakfast. I'm not quite on the Ridgeway, I'm just kind of before it. I've got a big climb to come up onto it, but before we do that, I've got another one of these spicy Jamaican pate things. This one is a vegetable one, and some salami for a little brunch, and then we got a nice cruise along to Goring where we'll get some lunch. From now it's when sort of the hills are going to start, at least for the next sort of 100 miles. It's very up, down, up, down, up, down. But in total, to go until we get to that pub, we have 167 miles. If I could do most of that 67 today, I'd be pretty happy. Maybe if I can get it down to like 120, maybe a bit less, who knows, we'll see. The wind is just sort of starting to pick up. As we get onto the ridgeway, it's going to be a bit more exposed and open, so kind of expected. And but it shouldn't be a headwind, it should be sort of a crosswind, hopefully not too bad. But the sun's still shining, happy days. Let's have some food and just enjoy sitting in this little village. Let's get these legs spinning. Right, just come through Gorham, picked up some refreshments, got some nice cherry tomatoes and the good old peach slices in a tin. I've done 55 miles and we got 136 until we reach the smallest pub. 36 to go. I think because it's only about 2:30 right now, I'm going to try and do them 36 miles. I was just looking at the map, and in about 30 miles it's Princess Risborough, and after I get just past that, it looks like there's going to be some good sort of camping spots and woodlands as we get onto the Icknilds Way. So that's sort of the plan, to try and get to there today, and then that would leave us with 100-ish miles to go, which is nice because then we'll finish not tomorrow but the day after probably. But got some nice cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna put some sun cream on because it's getting a bit hot now, and I'll probably get burnt. Jeez, time flies when you're having fun, guys. It's already 6:30. Got about 5 miles until we get the mileage down to 100 miles left to go. Just coming past Princess Risborough, and yeah, all good. I just want to find somewhere to camp, hoping to find a nice little woods again like last night, because that was lush. But I might have to do a few more miles to get maybe past like Wendover, but we'll see. Let's go find somewhere to camp. Whew. Right, so I managed to do about 80 miles today. I've just gone past Princess Risborough, and I didn't actually do too many miles after I went past it, maybe just a few. We've got about 105 miles until we get to the smallest pub. Found this nice wooded area just outside Princess Risborough, so I didn't want to miss the opportunity, so we're going to camp here. Let's set up the tent there. I think it's should be nice view. There's some trees. It's nice and quiet here. Haven't really seen anyone around, so should be good. Just going to chill here for a bit, listen to nature. And tomorrow we've got like the first maybe 20 or 30 miles is still up and down, a bit hilly, but after that it's mostly sort of in the downhill direction, still up and down. Shh, fox. So once we get through that, tomorrow should be generally quite an easy day. Gonna try and get the miles down to like 40 or 50 miles, something like that, maybe 40, 30 or 40, I don't know, we'll see tomorrow. But the pub doesn't actually open till midday, so I don't want to get there tomorrow and get there really late. I want to get there just as it's opening. Right, I'm gonna chill, talk to these foxes, and as always I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Will you stop shouting? Oh, it's such a beautiful morning out here again. It doesn't look too cloudy. The sun is shining just over there. I couldn't have asked for better weather on this trip, seriously. Oh, and I could seriously just lay here for hours and hours, because it's just really nice. But we've got to start hitting the trails again. So let's get packed up. Day 3. Let's do it. Oh, so nice. Just been in my zen place all morning, just cruising through beautiful woodlands. The birds are singing, barely a breeze, and the sun just twinkling through the branches of the trees. It's just been absolutely glorious, and you can see from the sky behind me, there's not a cloud in sight. The sun is shining. It's just absolutely bloody beautiful. Ah, so nice today.
Wow, that actually was a little bit longer than I expected. I've done 28 miles, so now it's time to get some breakfast. I've actually just gone through Dunstable, at a place called Hornton Regis, I think it is. Oh, it's been an absolutely stunning morning. The riding's been really nice, a little bit boggy in places, but generally just really fun. Weather has now started to get a little bit cloudy, but the birds are still singing, they're still happy, so I'm still happy. Got some croissants for breakfast, and from here it's just going to be getting like progressively easier, because you go up like one more hill and then it's all pretty much just in a downwards direction. The end bit's just a bit lumpy bumpy, but just like generally really small climbs, nothing big. So it's going to be pretty fast going from here. I've got 80 miles in total to go. I'm going to try and do another 40, maybe even 50 or more today. Going to try and get sort of, I think sort of just below Cambridge kind of area, for somewhere to camp tonight for a nice easy roll into Bury tomorrow morning. But yeah, absolutely stunning day. It's been pretty easy going. The sun has been shining, the birds have been singing, and yeah, 30 miles done. Easy peasy. This trip is definitely a much easier trip than getting to the highest pub in Britain, for sure. This ride's been just very plain sailing, very easy to ride, at least for me, especially on a bomb track. Bomb track's making very light work of all the muddy trails and overgrown stuff that we've come through. So yeah, gonna have some breakfast, cruise on to do the next 40-50 miles today. It's looking like it's gonna be a very easy finish for our pint at the smallest pub in Britain tomorrow. Happy days. Let's get through it. I mean, all things considering, I didn't get stung too badly. Hopefully we can find a way actually onto the trail. It did say it's the rider's route. I don't know if it's like an old version, or maybe it's just generally just not being used in that long that it's all overgrown. But when I did the Greater Ridgeway, I followed the Icknield Way and I never had to encounter that, so I don't know. Probably just found an old version of it. Hopefully we're still allowed in here, and that farmer over there doesn't come run me over with his tractor. Wow, a little bit of action before we find camp. Right, a few more miles. Hopefully I can get back on the trail and find somewhere nice to camp. Oh wow,
It must be the official route then, because fellow cyclists going that way. No idea. Maybe it's just one of them crazy overgrown sections that just does not feel familiar. I think the last time I came down this section was when we did the Greater Ridgeway, and I want to say I must have been around here when we had lightning storms and everything, so I was probably just pedaling my little heart out to try and find somewhere to hide. But it's very, very overgrown right now. Oh, let's go do some more gardening. Oh, what a absolutely awesome day. I managed to do 80 miles, ended up doing a bit further than I wanted to, just because I couldn't find anywhere to camp. But done 80 miles, we've got just under 30 miles left to go, so should be plain sailing tomorrow. I found a little wooded area just north of Linton, a little place called Linton. Big kicker of a climb out of there, but this space looks pretty decent. Nice bit of area here, and there's just surrounded by bluebells. Normally I would want to get a bit deeper into the woods, but I don't want to destroy all them, and this little spot here was already here, so this looks good. Should be able to set up camp here. So I'm currently 6:30, so solid day, 80 miles, and still lots of time to chill out. So gonna have some, what have we got? Got some pizza for tonight, and oh, that smells really good. And yeah, just feeling really good. Today was just such a nice day. The birds are still singing, and that tells you all you need to know. Has gone a bit grey now, but hopefully no rain, and this should be a really decent camp spot for tonight. Oh, it's just so nice, and this area just surrounded by bluebells. Beautiful. Perfect camp setup for the night. It's just really nice. The birds, they're still singing. They'll go to bed at some point, I'm sure, but this is the camp spot for tonight. How nice is that? Surrounded by bluebells. Nice. As always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. It's not going to be cold tonight. It's going to be like 8-9 degrees again. It's not supposed to rain. It should be a very quiet, pleasant, good night. We have 30 miles until we get to that pub. We've got to follow the Icknield Way a little bit longer until we turn off towards Bury St Edmunds. The nutshell, we are coming. See you in the morning. Oh, wow. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Another day. The day we are going to make it to the smallest pub in Britain. Just 30 miles to go. Last night, slept amazingly. So quiet, so peaceful. And I'm waking up, opening my tent, and the sun is just blinding me right now. It's coming through them trees, and it looks like it's another beautiful
morning. This trip has just been full of beautiful mornings. Oh, just 30 miles to go until we get a pint at the smallest pub in Britain. Let's get packed up and on our way. Oh, this looks like it's going to be another stunning morning. Look at that sun rise and shine. Let's go. Another day, another bike ride. And well guys, there we have it, 250 miles of bikepacking adventures to get to the smallest pub in Britain. That was a fun adventure, absolutely stunning scenery, beautiful weather, and the sun's still shining. That was a really good trip. We've been to the highest pub, we've been to the lowest pub, we've been to the smallest pub in Britain, or have we?
Is it really the smallest pub in Britain? Well, just 150 miles away in a seaside town called Cleethorpes sits the Signal Box Inn, claiming to be not just the smallest pub in Britain, but the smallest pub on the planet. Just 150 miles of bikepacking fun stands in our way to find out if it's really the smallest pub on the planet.
Right, so this ride is going to be extremely easy. This part of the country is basically all flat. I think that after the first 25 miles, which is a bit undulating, it's basically just pancake flat till we get to about the 100-mile mark, and then we have like 40 miles, a bit of a drag, I guess, over the Lincolnshire wolds, over Lincolnshire sort of area, and until we drop down then back to the coast. But it's going to be a super easy day. But one thing is for sure, I'm going to say it and you're going to hate me, it's a little bit too hot for me today, and it's only like 17 degrees. I am built for the winter, not the summer or the sun. So we've got the sun cream out. Gonna have some of these Texan style barbecue things. But we got some beautiful woodlands to ride through for the first like 20 miles, so that's really nice. And then we got some canals, probably some really flat bridleways, and probably some road slogs along the way, I'm sure. But it should be a very, very easy, flat trip, minus the last little maybe 20-30 miles where we get climbing. But it's going to be a good little miniature 140-mile trip. Hold on. I'm out of there. Scary mofos. A little less interesting when there's scaffolding all around it, I guess. Not as pretty looking and rugged and cool. Oh well. This church over here looks pretty cool though. So I've actually only done about 22 miles, got 117 miles to go. I thought I'd done more when I stopped earlier, but apparently not. It's all good. I'm just in this woodlands and I'm gonna camp here. It's quite early, it's still only 5:30, but I'd rather stop here while I've got somewhere good, because in a few miles we sort of go out into the open again, so there's not going to be that many wooded places to camp. So this is just like a really good spot. There's tons of woodlands to walk into, lots of great ground, and it should be just a really awesome place to camp. And then tomorrow we're going to get up early, and we've got quite a long day to try and get into the Lincolnshire area, which is about 80 odd miles or 90 miles, but it's so flat tomorrow. I'll put the elevation profile up on screen. It just goes from a little ups and downs, and it's just flat for the next like 80 odd miles. So tomorrow's miles will be fast going, I think, as long as there's not loads of bog and stuff like that. It should be very fast going and pretty easy miles to do. So we might as well treat ourselves to a little early night in the woods. Right, let's go find a nice little spot and set up the tent. Where shall we go? Spoilt for choice today. Well, that is going to be our setup for tonight. Nice wooded surroundings. Now, I've been seeing some comments saying I like show my camp setup more and like what I do at camp. Well, honestly, I can't really show you because there's just nothing. I don't really do anything. I like wild camping and I like camping just generally to do nothing. To be lazy, to just listen to nature. I'll just send a couple texts, let people know where I am, and just generally do nothing. The reason I really like wild camping on trips like this is because it gives me the flexibility of just being able to go as far or as little as I want to go. If I want to do 10 miles a day, I can just do 10 miles. I can do 100 miles if I want. Worry about getting to a place, getting to an official campsite or anything like that. I can just go as far as I want or as little as I want. But when I do get to camp, I pretty much just chill, listen to the nature. Sometimes I listen to some music. Generally, I just lay and relax. It's like my downtime off the bike and just enjoy being in the woods mostly. I don't really bother cooking. I have taken stoves with me on trips before, but I just end up carrying it and then get into camp and going, I can't be asked to cook anything. So I just don't bother carrying a stove anymore, so I'm not going to be cooking. I also don't drink tea or coffee, so there's no point me having that to boil water or anything like that. So yeah, so why don't I really show you my campsite? Is because this is as much as I can really show you, because all I do now is just relax, listen to the nature, chill, and get up nice and early in the morning. That's what I'm going to do right now. And as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Oh, that was such a good night. There's definitely something to be said about just sleeping in the woods, doing absolutely nothing, just relaxing and listening to the birds. Oh, it's currently about 5:45 in the morning. Last night was just so peaceful, so relaxing. I think I fell asleep at like 8 and then woke up at like 5, then fell back asleep again, and then I just woke up again. Feeling refreshed and ready to pedal the bike towards the smallest pub on the planet. To go and do lots and lots of pedaling. Lots of flat stuff ahead, which you might think, yeah, that's easy going, but actually flat riding is not necessarily always easy, because every single mile, every single kilometre, every single metre, every single centimetre is pedalled through. There's no coasting down hills, it's just all pedally, pedally, pedally. But at least there doesn't seem to be any wind, so that's good. Right, let's get going. Pedal, pedal, pedal. A few little route deviations this morning with some lock gates, but we're nearly back on track. Just very, very pedally, very flat. And today, very grey,
It's a bit drizzly actually, got some rain, but it is a lot cooler, so I'm actually quite happy. I'm not burning today. Back to my sort of, what I'm acclimatized to. Nice. Right, next place we're going to go through a little place called Downham Market, which is probably like 5 or 6 miles away from here, and then sort of heading up towards the coast. It's all kind of trial and error around here today because I'm not really that familiar with this location and the trails around here. So we're going to do what we can do, hopefully find some trails and have some fun in the flatlands. Let's keep going. I've done 23 miles so far today and we got 99 to go. However, it's all very grey, drizzly. I mean, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's raining. It is meant to be getting nicer from about midday, so we'll carry on. I was going to stop back there, but because it was raining, I couldn't find a bench that had a little bit of shelter. Honestly, when I die and get my bench, it's having a roof. It's going to be like 5-star bench. Oh, but this is quite a nice cruise coming along Fen River's Way, I think it was called, following obviously the river, and yeah, nice and flat. Obviously we are sort of heading up towards King's Lynn kind of direction. We're not going to go quite as high as King's Lynn, but King's Lynn, but we're sort of heading in that direction at the moment. And yeah, hello sheepies. Yo. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on a little bit longer. Hopefully the rain will, hopefully this drizzle will stop and I'll stop for some lunch. Right, let's keep going. Hello, hello. Need to run.
This is a satisfying ruin. Apart from the roofs, it is pretty well complete. Its construction of brick, cast stone, flint and ashlar revealing something of a skeleton that is beneath the skin of the neighbouring Wigan Hall St Mary. However, there are no longer any aisles here, no clear story, and the tower imposes the bold tracery of the bell windows. Deceptively complete, although most of the wooden beams and floors inside survive. The River Ouse broods placidly just a couple of meters to the west, a high bank holding back its dangerous waters.
Right. It's still drizzling. I've done, how far have I done? I've done 40 miles and probably got another 40 at least to do today. But the riding is easy in the terms that it's flat. But all the trails that we are finding are very, very grassy, and my bike is just covered in grass right now. Just coming into a place called Sutton Bridge, then I'm gonna try and follow the coastline round, all the way around, and then till we sort of come back in and then up to a place called Boston, I think it is. But going good. 40 miles, it's currently only about 11:30, so flying through the miles as expected today. Got a limited edition sausage and onion slice, so we'll see if that's any good, and then we'll carry on. It's still raining. It's like really light rain, but just kind of annoying. Would be nice if it stops. It's meant to stop in the next hour or so, but we'll see. Where everything's flat, everything does just puddle up, so we'll see. Right, we have some food, and then around the coast we go. Right guys, 75 miles done for the day. The easy, flat, relaxing day has turned into a bit of a wet, grindy, kind of boring day really, because just no hills, there's no fun, right? Done 75 miles, I'm currently in Boston, and I've probably got about 20 miles until we get to Lincolnshire Wolds, so, and that's roughly where I want to camp, around that area. So we've done well. We've got another 20 odd miles to go. It's currently about 4 p.m, 4:30, so plenty of time. The rain has finally decided to stop raining. The rain has finally decided to rain. That doesn't make any sense. The rain has finally stopped, so happy days. It's still very grey and miserable, but at least everything can start to dry out and we can find somewhere decent to camp tonight. 20 odd miles to go, and then we'll start looking for somewhere to camp. I think it's going to be a bit of a road slog. A bit bored of riding along the little wall bit along the seafronty type place, and I ended up just coming back on the road, and then I kept messing my turns up, so I probably ended up doing a few extra miles today, but oh well. Right, I'm going to chill for a little bit, and then we're going to smash out another 20 miles or more probably. We might actually hit the Imperial Century today if we're lucky. Who knows?
Good morning guys, good morning. Yesterday, them last few miles to get to camp were actually quite nice, because
the sun started shining and it was very, very beautiful. We are now in the Wolds. We did have one little route issue where the track was just so overgrown I just couldn't get through. I'm not 100% sure it was like a bridleway or whatever. It might have just been a wrong thing, but it did look like you were supposed to get through. It kind of looked like an old byway kind of thing, but it was just so overgrown. And then like halfway through there was loads of like fallen trees, so I ended up going through there, getting stung lots, then turning back, getting stung some more, and then we got back on our way. But yesterday I did manage to do 106 miles, and we've only got 25 more to go until we get to that pub. Oh, I managed to find a little camp spot in Woodlands. So that's a clean sweep. We've got all the way from Bournemouth to Cleethorpes, camping only in the woods. That's pretty good, because I do love a woodlands camp. I am tired because I didn't get to camp until just before sunset. It was about 8:30, I think, coming up to 9 o'clock or something. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh. It's currently 6 a.m. We got 25 miles to go. We got a few little climbs for the next 10 miles, and then it's just downhill to the pub. Today we're going to get to the smallest pub on the planet. Let's do it.
Wow, look at that. Nice misty, sunny morning. That is so beautiful. And the sun actually has some heat to it. Just 25 miles to go. Let's do it. Just a nice 25 miles to go. 10 miles of draggy climbs, and then about 10 miles of just going downhill until we get back to the beach. Just down there is the smallest pub on the planet. It's all downhill from here. You can just about see the sea kind of area in the distance, in that misty, foggy-ish distance. But we're going down now. Smallest pub, here we come. So, we've been to the smallest pub in Britain and the smallest pub on this planet. Funnily enough, both of them are in Britain. Now, it's the smallest pub
in the planet. Really the smallest pub though? I think it depends on what your definition of pub is. The first pub we went to in Bury St Edmunds, the Nutshell, is definitely much more your sort of traditional kind of a bit of a rock pub really, where you kind of have to sit inside that pub, because unlike this one in Cleethorpes, they have loads of outdoor seating. So you could say that they aren't really the smallest because they have access to all this outdoor seating, whilst the Nutshell is just basically that little room, that little bar. I'll let you guys decide.
With our journey to the smallest pubs having come to an end, I found myself in the seaside town of Cleethorpes. The sun was shining and the legs were still feeling great. So, needing to get back home, there was only one thing for it really: to continue to pedal the 250 miles coast to coast from Cleethorpes to Bournemouth.
Wow, I just cannot resist. When it's sunny like this, it's basically a summer's day and the weather is great. I cannot resist just riding all the way home. I think that's much better than taking the train. Certainly a lot cheaper too. On this trip, I am actually going to have a little break in the middle, because as I ride through this route around halfway, just over halfway, I will go and visit my mother because it's on the way, and brownie points. But yeah, what a beautiful day to start with. It's basically summer. Look at it, absolutely stunning. It's not going to be crazy hard work. I've tried to give myself an easy ride, so we aren't going to be going on every single off-road trail we find. We'll hit a few here and there, but ultimately we will just cruise along. We're obviously on the bomb track, and I'm hoping to get to Bicester for my little break either Sunday evening, which is tomorrow, or early Monday morning. We'll see. It's around 140 miles, so it depends how many miles I can do today, but this is just beautiful. Let's go and have a ride all the way back to Bournemouth. It is getting hot out here. Time to get the sun cream on. I'm currently just coming past Lincoln. I've done 37 miles. It's been really quick going because I mean, it has been mostly road, but also with the tailwind, it's like a tail or a side wind, so it's just pushing me in the right direction. Now if I can get today's distance to like at least 48, that's technically 100 then until Bicester, so as long as I get to that, I could probably get there tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I'm also, I think it's time to get the legs out and try and get that cycling tan going on. Oh, it's actually too hot. I said it. Right, continue on into the tailwind. Also, on this trip, I think it'd be a fun little challenge to make sure we continue our streak of camping in the woods. Now, I love camping in the woods, I've said it a million times, but sometimes in England, it's not always the easiest thing to do, and especially in this sort of location where I am. These are few and far between. Woodlands are harder to find or to get access to, but we've managed to come from Bournemouth all the way up to Cleethorpes via Bury St Edmunds, and we've camped in woodlands the whole way along. So if we can continue that streak, I think it could be a fun little challenge. Hopefully we can, but time will tell. We'll see. It's currently 4:30, and let's keep cracking on. See how many miles we can crack out today, and not get sunburnt.
Just coming through Ancaster, and I've done like nearly 60 miles, I think. I'm gonna do another maybe 10 because I've looked on Google Earth Maps things on the satellites, and there looks like there is a nice wooded area along this road that I'm going to be riding along, so I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to camp there. First of all, we're munching on some ice creams first because it's hot, it's bloody hot out here, and then tomorrow it's going to be a mile crunching day to do around 80 miles, but hopefully we will get our woodlands camp spot tonight. Fingers crossed. We've got a bit of a hill to go up, and then I think it's just down or flat pretty much to the woodlands. Let's go there now, and hopefully we can camp there. Well, I found a really nice woods. However, trying to find somewhere to camp in the woods is a little bit tricky. It's mostly all just like this. There are the main fire track bits like here, which I could camp on, but I'm not really a fan of camping on these sort of things. Not really that bothered if anyone sees me or spots me or whatever, but it is just a hassle. And if they're gonna come anywhere in the night, it's gonna be one of these roads. I'm kind of hoping I can find like a little area tucked away somewhere amongst all this fawns and fun stuff. So yeah, that's just gonna wander around. Still got like an hour or so until the sun actually sets, so we should be able to find something, fingers crossed. If not, just through there is the field, and there's some grass there. We could camp there, but still wanting to stay in the woods. There's hope. Let's keep looking.
Well guys, there is a lesson in persevering. I actually found another woods. It's on the other side of the road, and it's all very similar. It's all very overgrown, thorns, but I just kept looking, I kept searching. I really wanted that night in the woods, and yeah, found this absolutely perfect camp spot, nice and flat, just really good. Just over there, you might be able to see it still. The sun is just setting and it's looking absolutely beautiful. So I am very happy now. Ah, what a day. I did about just under 70 miles, and I think it's about 80 from here until we get to Bicester, my mum's, where I can have like a day or two off. And I think I'm gonna try my best to get there by tomorrow sort of afternoon, evening. But as always, we'll just take it as it comes and see how we get on. It is basically just a long drag all the way, pretty much until Bicester. Bit of a downhill into Bicester actually. But yeah, let's get into camp and let's have some food.
On tonight's menu, we have a chicken curry in a tin. Good old times. And also some pork pies. I'm feeling actually really good. My legs are just feeling really strong. Technically, I've done did 95 miles in total with the added miles that I did this morning to get to Britain's smallest pub. But yeah, so feeling good, feeling strong, feeling good. The bike is just running perfectly. Such a workhorse, the bomb track. Big Bab, she just keeps on going. Oh, right, and as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning for what is probably going to be a mile munching big day to try and get to Bicester before sunset. Can we do it? Who knows, but let's have some curry. Gruel. It definitely tastes like a very cheap curry sauce with some chicken in it. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, good morning. It is feeling a little bit fresher out here this morning, but the sun is shining, so it looks like it's going to be another epically beautiful day. Whew. Yeah, it's quite fresh out here.
Well, time to get on the road. It is a bit nippy this morning. It is pretty fresh out here. I am kind of high up, I guess, so it's probably because of that. But look at that for the morning. Blue skies. Although, over there, it does look a bit foggy in the direction we're going in. We're going across that way. Oh well. 80 miles to do today. Let's get it done. Thank you. They're obviously cheering. Them sheep are cheering me on. Thank you again. Let's go. Let's do this. Well,
just coming through Oakham right now. This morning's been full of very flowy, nice roads. I keep seeing bridleways and I'm like, oh, that could be fun, let's go and make this right, go make the route a little bit more interesting. But then I check the map and then they're all going in the opposite direction. They're always going like east to west or west to east. And yeah, never going south at the moment. So we're just cruising along on this very quiet, sunny Sunday morning. The next sort of big place we're going to come down to is Market Harborough. I think that's in around like maybe 20 miles, maybe not even that. Done about 20 miles already this morning. So yeah, I'll probably stop there for a bit of breakfast or whatever. But yeah, smooth sailing, quick progress being made. About 60 odd miles to go until we get to Bicester. Let's go and enjoy this Sunday morning cruise some more. Right, so I am currently at something Market Harborough, I think it was. Just coming around the side there, and I've done just under 40 miles, so we're nearly at the halfway point. Happy days, so hot. Did actually find some nice bridleways, nice trails, so it made that last sort of 20 miles much nicer. Just having some breakfast, got some very cheap, depressed looking pan of chocolate things, and the next place we're going to is Northampton, which is probably about 20 miles, and we are following this trail I think pretty much the whole way there. It's the Brampton Valley Way, I think it's called, so it should be pretty straightforward, nice and easy. I don't think I've ever ridden along this, so I have no idea if it just stays like this the whole time or if it's a bit of road, I'm not sure. But yeah, 40 miles done. It's 10:30, so we're making flying progress. Has been mostly paved or road surfaces, but some really nice quiet country lanes. The legs are out now because it's getting hot. And yeah, happy days. We got 40 miles to go. All is good. Bike's still feeling good. I'm still feeling good. Let's just keep going. Next stop is Northampton, and then once we get there, it'll feel like home free pretty much, because it's down to Brackley and then into Bicester, my old stomping ground. Right, let's follow this track. There's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Hello darkness, my old friend. Well, just smashed out another 20 miles. That trail was absolutely perfect. It's just one of them old railway trails, and it's just yeah, it's just nice because with them trails you always get one way that's draggy, one way that's nice, and I got the nice way, slightly more downhill, nice pedally with some very, very sketchy dark tunnels, but yeah, super good. We've only got 25 miles to go now until we get to Bicester. So got some climbing to do, little ups and downs, nothing too major, and then just descent into Bicester. Ah, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Hello sheep. They don't want to play today. Right, last 25 miles for the day. Let's go smash it out. Yeah, that's what I thought. We got to say to the audience, hello. 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 Yo. Oh, you don't like being stroked, do you? Yeah, yeah, you do. You do. I gotta go now. We got 20 miles to go, guys. Yeah, you can sniff my bike, but I gotta go. See you later. Friendliest sheep I've ever met. See you later, guys. I do love a good day of just pure mile munching, a few miles, and then I'll be in Bicester, have a day or two to chill out, and then we will be back on the trails towards Bournemouth to finish this epic little coast to coast. And if the weather stays like this, I am sure we will end with a dunk in the sea. But I'm gonna go chill out for a couple of days, and I'll see you on the trails. And with the power of editing, and just like that, we are back on the trails and well rested. I smell a bit fresher, and we continue our journey, our coast to coast from Cleethorpes to Bournemouth. Got like 110 miles left to go, and the weather's still beautiful. It's getting hotter and hotter as the day goes on. It's going to get to like 20, 21 degrees. So if it stays like this until tomorrow, when we should arrive at Bournemouth, we're going to get a dunk in the sea. Today we're just leaving Bicester, 110 miles to go. Kind of planning to get from maybe somewhere around the Ridgeway, a bit past the Ridgeway, somewhere like that. We obviously got to continue our little challenge of trying to stay camping in the woods. Hopefully we can do that one more night and we're all good. But gonna head up from Bicester up to sort of Oxford, Abingdon, out that kind of way. So let the coast to coast continue.
Right, just got to Abingdon, so we've done 30 miles, all very, very easy, very flat going from Bicester up to this point. As we head up to the Ridgeway, it's going to get a bit more hillier as we climb up onto the Ridgeway. Had one little issue on this whole little section, and that was because I wanted to see if I could cross this. It's a bridleway that has like a stream crossing normally, but the water's still quite high, so I just decided not to get wet just yet and go around. But apart from that, super easy going, super easy, fun start to the day. It's a bit cloudy, but it's really nice temperature and happy days. We're gonna start climbing. Got to go to Didcot and then climbing up to the Ridgeway and then sort of over. Probably going to do another 30 miles I think today, hopefully, and then we'll see where we're going to end up camping. We've got to find that woods. The rest of this ride I've done like a billion times, so should be plain sailing, hopefully.
Soul is lonely, sad and blue. Ain't got no love and shoulders to lean on. There's always a sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, and all your worries go away. Go cross the river and you'll be fine. Go counting winners, it's right down the line. You'll be alright on the sunny side. Lost in the city lights, ain't got nowhere to turn your winding wheels. There's always the sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, my friend, and paddle your guitar. Across the river, you'll be fine. Go counting winners.
I just absolutely blew my legs to smithereens there because I started chasing lorries. And I was riding the bomb track at like 25 miles an hour, so my legs are absolutely on fire right now. But I've done 55 miles, just come through Newbury, so I'm between Newbury and Andover right now. It's about 15 miles, I think, into Andover. I'm thinking I'm probably going to get to Andover, maybe a little, and then get a bit further between Andover and like the New Forest, and hopefully be able to find somewhere there. Or either that, if not, then possibly between now and Andover. We're gonna have some chicken tikka slice things, fuel up, and then get up this hill and start descending, and hopefully find somewhere to camp. Today has just flown by, and my legs are on fire right now. Well, I am done for the day for sure. I've done 77 miles, which leaves us with about 40 miles, just over 40 miles until we get to Bournemouth tomorrow. Setting up camp quite early. It's only, I think it's, I don't even know what the time is. It's only 7 PM right now, so still got a couple of hours until sunset. To be completely honest, I probably could push and get to Bournemouth today, but I'd like one more night out in the woods. And well, as you can see, I found the woods I'm going to camp in tonight. Only issue is, it's kind of like one of them woods that we had the other night, where everything is extremely overgrown.
so there isn't too many like nice bits of ground to get onto, but I think I should just about be able to get the tent sort of in here, and it should be nice. And we will have the sun setting through these trees, which is nice. Oh, it's really hot, but I am looking forward to getting in the sea tomorrow. I'm going to set up the tent, or I'm going to try and set up the tent in this very small gap. Should be good enough, we'll see. There we go, just about fits. That'll do for tonight, lovely. Spider webs. Ugh. All right, good morning guys, good morning. Final 40 miles to do today. Last night was pretty good, but then at about 10 o'clock this helicopter went over and that woke me up. Now I was looking at the map and it turns out I'm probably like maybe like 5 miles or 10 miles or something away from like this I think it's like a RAF base or something, and they're helicopters or something like that. But yeah, so up until about 1 AM they just kept going up and back, up and back. And I tell you what, a helicopter is pretty damn loud. So I didn't get too much sleep until after about midnight. I think they all stopped and I fell asleep. But yeah, bit of a loud one for a few hours there. But yeah, it's gonna be a super nice day. The sun is blaring out. We've got blue skies, so definitely looking forward to my swim. 40 miles to go. Gonna get over to around the New Forest, have some breakfast, and then get to the beach. Today it's looking beautiful. Let's go. Well, now we're in the New Forest, guys, and because I skipped dinner last night, feeling a bit hungry, so we're gonna make a sandwich, a mega sandwich. And our sandwich today is gonna be absolutely mega. We're going down the American route with some peanut butter and jelly. It's jam. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a massive sourdough bit of bread. That's massive. The jam's going everywhere. Well, that's messy, but New Forest now, just 20 easy miles down to the beach, and let's go for a swim.
See the sea.
And there we have it, guys. What a trip, what a trip. And this sea is so refreshing this time. Today is absolutely beautiful and so refreshing. Ah, it's so good. What a trip that was. If you've been following along the whole journey from the last few videos throughout the smallest pubs of Britain, then this turns into basically like a big epic. It was, I think it's going to be like 500-600 miles of traveling to pubs and then back coast to coast, back to good old sunny Bournemouth with a nice refreshing sea swim for once. So until next time, keep smiling, enjoy the adventure, peace.